Phil, only 2 words on everybody's mind down here at the Siegel Center tonight, and that is Final Four. We got a quickly growing crowd. Very quickly growing crowd, very rambunctious crowd out here tonight. And check this out. Our good friends at the Times-Dispatch have already made up the posters. Final Four. Let's see the other side, guys. There is about 200 people out here already gathered, and it's quickly growing as the line's starting to stretch on down around the block. Mr. Reed, what would you say if I told you we're going to walk into court today and all the charges against you will be dropped?
Oh, it really make my day, you know, because it should be dropped. It's an injustice. What happened, you know?
This story that is all about justice began back on November 10th. Scott Reed, a truck driver, was arrested following this wild brawl inside the Cowardin Ave Lucky's Mart. Police took him into custody after receiving a call from the clerk saying there was a wild man inside attacking customers and trashing the store. But when we obtained this surveillance video and rewound to the beginning of the incident, we found that Reed was attacked first and was then assaulted, brutally beaten by a group of men.
I got jumped on. I got kicked. I got punched.
Investigators were unaware of the video until we brought it to their attention.
The officers arrived. The information they got at that moment led them to arrest Scott Reed. Then they hear about the video, they view the video, now they want to talk to other people involved.
But so far, none of those other people have been charged or even ID'd by the police. Despite all this evidence, Scott Reed was convicted of disorderly conduct when he went to court back in February. He says Judge Roop refused to even watch this video. Reed appealed his conviction and was due in court today. Last night, I contacted the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office.
Hello, this is AJ Legault with 8 News. Can I please speak with Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney John Jung, please?
The Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney handling the case asked me to send him the video. After reviewing it, he sent me back this email, which reads in part, Mr. Reed's anger and frustration was certainly understandable given what happened inside the store. He just got beat up by 4 people and he's being taken into custody by the police. So I've decided to use my discretion as a prosecutor and not go forward with this case. Scott Reed has no idea what's in store until we break the news to him.
Well, guess what? I got an email right here from the Assistant Commonwealth Attorney that says he's using his discretion to drop all the charges against you.
Oh, that would really make me feel good. I'm just lost for words. It just overwhelms me with joy that, you know, that the truth is going to get out and this thing can be, you know, done, squashed forever.
And that's just what happened when we went into court together. Charges dropped.
I think 8 on my side. I thank you.
A happy ending for this big rig driver who says he can now keep on trucking knowing justice is served. In Richmond, AJ Legault, 8 News.
Now to an 8 News exclusive. Ride operators at the State Fair violating safety rules. Investigative reporter AJ Legault catches them on camera.
They're rides designed to make you scream, but on the midway at the State Fair of Virginia, we found safety violations that have fairgoers screaming for another reason.
That's a safety hazard, big time.
We spent an afternoon watching, and our cameras caught ride operators paying more attention to their phones than they are to rider safety.
That's kind of disturbing, very much so. Wow.
When you got kids, that's putting them in danger.
In fact, the fair has very specific rules forbidding ride and game operators from being on the phone and texting.
No text messages?
No text messages, no. No, as a matter of fact, we will take the phone away from them if we catch them doing it.
But our cameras did catch several of them doing it. This guy, who runs the giant swings, sits talking away on his phone while kids swing through the air dozens of feet above. Here, he appears to be typing away on some sort of electronic device. Again, paying no attention to what's taking place on his ride. These photos show he doesn't even put the phone away as he instructs passengers getting into their seats.
I wouldn't allow anyone to get on the rides. That's under my care.
And then there's the guy running the thrill ride named the Tornado. While riders twist and spin themselves silly, he's busy laughing it up with a buddy, passing what appears to be an iPhone or iPod back and forth, exercising his thumb and not paying attention. We confronted him about it.
Are you allowed to text message while you're out here running the rides?
Not really.
Not really? The fair safety inspector tells us not at all.
They should be watching the ride, not watching the text message.
We've got you on video texting quite a bit.
No, I wasn't texting.
What were you doing?
Check the timer.
The operator tells us he's using his iPod to time the ride. But it must be a pretty funny stopwatch based on the way he and his friend keep looking at it and laughing. You know who's not laughing?
What do you think when you see the video?
I'm not real proud of it.
Danny Abner, the fair's ride safety consultant, as he looks at our video.
I will correct that tonight at the nightly safety meeting.
It seems our investigation will result in a lot less communication by employees on the Midway.
I'm probably going to take their phones away from them. We just won't allow phones on the Midway.
If you spot a ride operator here at the fair who can't put the cell phone away, you can report them to guest services. In Caroline County, AJ Legault, 8 News.
We begin tonight with an 8 News exclusive. Posting photos on social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter, it's an easy way to show your family and friends what you're up to.
But those innocent snapshots could reveal a lot more about your life than you think, potentially putting your home and your family at risk. Our 8 News investigative reporter AJ Legault joins us now to put a spotlight on what's called geotagging. AJ?
That's right, Christina Juan. A lot of us do it. We snap a photo with our smartphone and throw it online. Do it right now. Here we go, guys. Smile, guys. But what many don't know is every time you do, you can be letting anyone in the world know exactly who and where you are.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, and for cyber stalkers, it's worth a whole lot more.
What runs through your mind when you realize like that a perfect stranger can walk up to your door and knows what's in your house, what your kid looks like?
It's pretty scary actually.
It's fast becoming a part of everyday life. Between social networking and smartphones, it takes just seconds to post snippets of our everyday lives online for the world to see. But just as fast as we can snap a photo or video like this one and post it to Twitter or Facebook, we're offering everyone, including criminals, a detailed roadmap to our lives.
Take, for example, our producer Molly.
Stand by live.
When she got married last year, this photo was snapped at her wedding. We were able to take the photo and pinpoint exactly where the wedding took place, the Poe Museum in downtown Richmond. Here's how. Most smartphones encode a GPS stamp called a geotag into digital photos they capture. Invisible to the naked eye, the tag embedded in the picture reveals the exact location, accurate to within 15 feet of where a photo was taken by embedding latitude and longitude coordinates. Share that picture on Twitter or Facebook, and it doesn't take a computer scientist to instantly discern where you are. Just ask this guy.
The information is so easy to get a hold of.
Larry Pesce is the co-founder of the website ICanStalkYou.com. They take photos that perfect strangers post online and then show the world where that picture was taken, whether it's someone's living room or their kid's daycare. We interviewed Larry via Skype.
Sometimes you have to have a little bit of a shock value to get people to listen and get them to listen so that they can start making some decisions about their privacy.
See, ICanStalkYou.com's goal is to bring awareness to the dangers of putting the geotagged information out there for all to see.
How many people take pictures of their kids and post that stuff online, and there are certain groups of people that may like to know where kids are.
And pics of kids are one of the #1 photos parents love to share, but would you want a stranger peering in your kid's window? We found that's just what happens with geotagged photos.
Picking a random profile, we used a photo that a man had snapped of his lasagna to lead us to an address in the city's West End. We popped it here into our GPS and headed straight for his door. Time now to see what Shane thinks about us having photos from inside his home here on our tablet. All right, Shane, is this your son?
Yes, it is.
Are you surprised I got that photo on my iPad?
For privacy's sake, we're not going to use Shane's last name.
It's pretty shocking. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, I'm kind of like, wow, like confused. You know, because I just met you, so it's like, yeah, you got this picture on your iPad. I mean, that's pretty scary. I don't post them just for the whole world to see.
You got a big screen TV over your fireplace?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's my house.
What do you think when I show you this picture?
That's pretty crazy. I wonder how you did it. How can this be solved?
You have a smartphone?
Yes, sir.
What's your phone?
We walk Shane through the simple steps of disabling the GPS features on his phone's camera. Now aware of his compromised privacy, he's making changes to take down the roadmap to his life posted online for the world to see.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's an eye-opener.
Hopefully it's an eye-opener for a lot of folks who will now think twice before they post pictures online. And as Shane found out, disabling the geotagging on your smartphone, it's really pretty simple. The guys at ICanStalkYou.com have set up an easy how-to guide to do it. We've put a link on our website.